Well, friends, thanks for tuning in once more to our YouTube channel. It's Tuesday, the 24th of March, and I hope you're all keeping well and keeping safe. Now, listen, before I go any further, I hope I'm doing this correctly. As I've said, I'm not a professional. This is all new to me. I'm sorry for the lateness of the post last night. We got tangled up with some technology problems, and that's not my forte. However, thanks to Robert, we got sorted out, and I hope you were able to receive the message last night all right. Thank you for those who have given some positive feedback. I appreciate that very much indeed. I'm also aware that there's plenty out there who are constructively criticising what we're trying to do here. Now, again, I'll welcome all advice. Some people have said I'm sitting too close to the camera. Others think I'm too far away. Some people think I've not got the correct clothes on. Others don't like the background. Some say the lighting isn't too good. But really, I'm not overly fussed about all that. I'm just glad you're here. You're bearing with me, and that things will get better sooner rather than later. Okay, now, we are now broadcasting this because of the lockdown, I think it's called. So none of us are allowed to go very far without a very good reason. And I'm sure you've heard it from others as well that the Apostle Paul was in something of a lockdown situation as well. In fact, when he was chained up or imprisoned, he was able to write a fair bit of the New Testament for us. And we wonder, would we have got those scriptures if he wasn't in lockdown? He even refers to that. Sorry, I have my Bible here beside me. I should have it closer, but just let me read just a couple of verses from Philippians chapter 1. This is where he explains, and he doesn't complain. He just explains his situation and how the Lord is using it for some good. It's Philippians 1, verses 12 and 13. He says, "I want you to know, brethren, that the things which have happened to me have actually turned out for the furtherance of the gospel, so that it has become evident to the whole palace guard and to all the rest that my chains are in Christ." Now, friends, again, like me, I suppose you're all trying to make sense of exactly what is going on in the world today. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't quite figured it out myself. I'm hoping as we continue our studies in Revelation a little later on in the week, Sunday 11 o'clock, the post will be about Revelation chapter 4. But friends, I'm not sure whether what we're going through is either a judgment from God on a wayward, on an idolatrous people, or whether it's just Satan being let loose for his little season at the end of all time. I'm not sure, but one thing we are certain of is that, as I've already said in a previous post, we definitely now find ourselves with some extra time on our hand. And again, I would hope that for all those of you who are listening to this and who are loving the Lord, I hope you are taking the positives out of that. It is a time when we can read more. It's a time when we can study more. It's a time perhaps we can undertake some studies that we haven't been able to before or haven't had the time for before. But above and beyond all that, friends, we should all be praying. We should be very much in prayer at the moment. Patricia and I continue to pray for you all on a daily basis. And again, I'm reminded of the Apostle Paul, his advice, his writing to Timothy, a young pastor. He says, 1 Timothy 2 and verse 1, "I exhort, I urge you," he says, "first of all, above everything else, I urge you, I exhort you, first of all, that supplications, prayers, thanksgivings be made for all people." So I know you're praying for your nearest and your dearest and your loved ones, but remember, we have to pray for all people. And I know some of you have young children, or you've heard the advice given to young children about washing their hands for 20 seconds. And what the boys and girls have been told to do is to wash their hands and sing happy birthday to themselves or to whoever. Sing that twice, and that should take about 20 seconds as they wash their hands. Well, can I ask you to modify that a wee bit? Don't sing happy birthday or anything else, and maybe some of you are already doing this. But when you wash your hands, just make a point of saying a simple, short prayer for someone that you know. It can be anyone, anywhere. So please just try that as an extra effort to pray at this particular time. So can I ask you, I'm not going to go on very much longer, but can I just ask you then to keep praying? I know many of you are, but just keep on praying and pray for our government. That's not a political statement. I'm just saying that the Bible tells us to pray for whoever is in charge of the country. Pray for wisdom and guidance for the government, that they will be able to manage what is a very difficult situation. Pray for all our health workers. Pray for all the doctors, all the nurses, all the care workers doing a wonderful job. And pray for all those who are a backup to the health staff as well. All those who are cleaning, all those who still have to go to hospital, all those who are involved in any way, shape or form in looking after people who aren't well. Pray for them. Pray for those people who still have to go to work. There are key workers, there are essential workers, and they have to be on the front line and expose themselves a bit more than the rest of us who can stay in our homes. Pray for those people as well. And pray, of course, for all those individuals that you know as well. They all need our prayers. Some of them don't pray for themselves, they don't believe in prayer, but that shouldn't stop you. For those people who aren't well or who don't believe in prayer, well, we can just pray for them. It's called interceding in prayer. So don't be shy about doing that. So as I sign off now, can I just ask you to go ahead and pray? Why not do it right now? And can I just finish the way I normally finish as well? Can I just remind you that as you keep praying, that you would also keep washing your hands, keep looking up, and keep safe. May God bless you all. Thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.